On the day before the 50th anniversary of Yuri Gagarin's historic Vostok 1 mission, I received a $25 donation from a person in Russia who wishes to remain anonymous. Hi Jarrah, I will send you a follow-up message. Have a safe flight to the moon and back. Anonymous from Russia. P.S. Please don't reveal my identity or email address. Request granted. Here is the follow-up email that the anonymous donor sent me. Hi Jarrah, I am sending this modest contribution towards your future trip to the moon in the hope that it will break the spell over manned space flights beyond low orbit. As we all well know, no such attempts were undertaken after 1972. I agree that space radiation is a great danger and you'll definitely need medical attention after the flight. If you risk your life and come back picking up more than 2 rad, it will prove that no man ever left Earth orbit before you, and you'll be next to Gagarin in the Space Hall of Fame. However, space radiation is not the only danger you'll have to avoid. There are a lot of other pitfalls you can fall into. One of them is Earth atmosphere re-entry. According to the modern science, re-entry speed of a moon flight equals the Earth escape velocity, which requires a complicated maneuver known as skip re-entry. Up to these days, only Soviet Zonds successfully performed this. Apollo CM never bothered to do that, and NASA never offered explanations why. Although Constellation engineers did consider it, and actually planned to implement as a standard procedure when coming back from other planets. Why bother? Apollo capsules allegedly did without skip re-entry safely and with a high precision. But since you will board a Russian Soyuz spacecraft, I'm afraid that you'll have to do it the Russian way, which is to go through skip re-entry, and even now, this is not a simple and completely reliable procedure. Actually, the last time it was done was in 1970, and it didn't seem to go that well with Zond 8. That's why I think the Russian space agency, Roscosmos, will require at least one test unmanned flight, and it poses a question if they can fit a tight budget of $200 million. Anyway, be prepared to experience up to 10 to 12 Gs if something goes wrong during the first or the second re-entry, or maybe even higher. Other than that, have a safe flight to the moon and back. Anonymous from Russia. Up until now, I was beginning to think I was the only one who found it strange that Russia had not yet flown a test flight with their lunar tourism Soyuz. I mean, you'd think they would have at least test flown the equipment before selling tickets to tourists. The lunar tourism Soyuz uses much of the same equipment from the old Soviet moon programs. In fact, it has all the same equipment. The Zonda program was merely a stripped-down Soyuz capsule launched by a Proton rocket. Both the Soyuz and the Proton are still in service to this day. The difference between my mission and the Zonda mission is that mine uses a complete Soyuz capsule launched by the usual R7. The capsule then docks with the unmanned Zenit booster rocket to perform the translunar injection burn. Speaking of which, the Zenit boosters, although now flown as standalone units, were originally clustered around Glushko's Energia rocket, which was also capable of launching payloads to the moon. Instead, the Energia was used to launch the space shuttle Buran. You'd think that if Russia built that many capable moon rockets, they would have flown a manned lunar mission long ago. If you build it and test it, why not use it? Still, as of Yuri's Night 2011, the total amount of funds raised is $374.07 US. Only $199,999,625.93 to go.